don't know if you can see, but behind me is my best friend and my number one companion in all times, but especially in COVID times. Her name is Cora, and she is an 11-and-a-half-year-old German Shepherd. So in dog years, she's about 80. And her favorite place is this chair that you see her in. She has taken it over. It is now officially hers and has been for years. And she's just wonderful. She's just a wonderful, loving creature. She is, in fact, the love of my life. And I thought I'd introduce you to her. She's a little camera shy, so she doesn't love being in the spotlight, so to speak, but she definitely loves to listen to music. And we all need a little pet therapy these days, and I know you guys probably haven't had as much as you usually do. So I thought maybe we could just bring a little pet love into your lives while we brought a little music. So for Valentine's Day, what we'd like to do is share some songs with you and also introduce you to some of our favorite furry creatures who make every day brighter. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce what we're going to be sharing with you today. We have a number of different songs. These are all presented by different students of mine. My name is Kate, and I am a voice teacher, and my studio is called the Performer Studio. And since COVID, we haven't really been able to perform anywhere because it's not safe, especially for singing. Singing is a big spreader of COVID droplets. And so it's one of the things we haven't been able to really do. So what we thought we would do is bring you some music from our homes to yours. And I would like to invite you to sing along to any and all songs that spark a memory and that make you want to sing along. So without further ado, I'd like to get us going with a song of my favorites. The song I'm choosing to start with today is one that my father used to play on the piano, and he loved playing the piano. He hasn't been playing for quite a while, but his name is Ray, and he lives up there at the VA, and this was one of his favorite songs. The song is My Funny Valentine, and the song was written by Richard Rodgers and Lorenz Hart, a very famous duo, and it first appeared on Broadway in the musical Babes in Arms in 1937, and it's since been covered by numerous singers all over the world. The arrangement that I'm going to be sharing with you today is that of Ella Fitzgerald, who's one of my favorite singers and one of the singers that inspired me to go into singing in the first place. So I hope you enjoy this, and I'd like to dedicate this to not just the love of my life behind me, taking a nap, but to my father, Ray. And I want to thank him for always sharing the beauty of creativity and the power that it can bring into your lives. Please enjoy.
Behold the way our fine feathered friend his virtue doth parade. Thou knowest not, my dim-witted friend, the picture thou hast made. Thy vacant brow and thy tousled hair conceal thy good intent. Thou noble, upright, truthful, sincere, and slightly dopey gent. You're my funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine. You make me smile with my heart. Your looks unlaughable, unphotographable, yet you're my favorite work of art. Is your figure less than Greek? Is your mouth a little weak when you open it to speak? Are you smart? Well, don't change your hair for me. Not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentine, stay. Each day is Valentine's Day. Is your figure less than Greek? Is your mouth a little weak when you open it to speak? Are you smart? Well, don't change your hair for me. Not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentine, stay. Each day is Valentine's Day.
Love you, Dad.
Hi, I'm Hannah, and this is my puppy buddy. Look, what's that? Today I'll be performing Teenager in Love by Dion and the Belmonts with my friend Hank. Yeah. So today I'll be singing A Teenager in Love, written by Doc Pomus and Mort Schumann, and it was originally recorded by Dion and the Belmonts in 1959. The song was later covered in 1965 by Bob Marley and the Wailers and Lou Christie, and then in 1970 it was also covered by Simon and Garfunkel in their final show as a recording duo in Queens, New York City. I chose this song because I'm a teenager, I'm in high school, and love when you're young is so confusing. It's so difficult, and it's so difficult to gauge, especially with your emotions going up and down like crazy. And I think that's something we can all relate to, is that uncertainty of love, especially when you're young. So that's why I chose it. I relate to the song as I am a teenager, and so is my friend Hank. So yeah, I'm so excited to get to sing for you all.
Ooh, wow. Wow. Each time we have a quarrel, it almost breaks my heart, 'cause I am so afraid that we will have to part. Each night I ask the stars up above, why must I be a teenager in love? One day I feel so happy, the next day I feel so sad. I guess I'll learn to take the good with the bad. Each night I ask the stars up above, why must I be a teenager in love? I cried a tear for nobody but you. I'll be a lonely one if you should say we're through. Well, if you want to make me cry, that won't be so hard to do. If you should say goodbye, I'll still go on loving you. Each night I ask the stars up above, why must I be a teenager in love? I cried a tear for nobody but you. I'll be a lonely one if you should say we're through. Well, if you want to make me cry, that won't be so hard to do. If you should say goodbye, I'll still go on loving you. Each night I ask the stars up above, why must I be a teenager in love? Why must I be a teenager in love? Why must I be a teenager in love? In love, in love.
Do you like that, baby?
Hi, I'm Becca, and this is Offa. Hello. She's a hedgehog. She's actually my brother's, who lives with us, but he wanted a hedgehog, so he bought a hedgehog. They're really friendly, and they are really, like, they're not soft, but they don't hurt. They're really interesting animals. I love having this hedgehog. She's the cutest. And so the song that I'll be singing today is Sing With the Strings of My Heart, which was first released in 1934 and was written by James Hanley. The song was first introduced in the Broadway revue Thumbs Up, and the most notable recordings were made by Judy Garland, who is one of my favorite singers. The song is about the excitement we feel when we first fall in love. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy.
Dear, when you smiled at me, I heard a melody. It haunted me from the start. Something inside of me started a symphony. Sing went the strings of my heart. 'Twas like a breath of spring. I heard a robin sing about a nest set apart. All nature seemed to be in perfect harmony. Sing went the strings of my heart. Your eyes made skies seem blue again. What else could I do again but keep repeating through and through? I love you, love you. I still recall the thrill. I guess I always will. I hope 'twill never depart. I knew I loved you heaps, and you were mine for keeps. Sing with the strings of my heart. Dear, when you smiled at me, I heard a melody. It haunted me from the start. Something inside of me started a symphony. Sing with the strings of my heart. 'twas like a breath of spring. I heard a robin sing about a nest set apart. All nature seemed to be in perfect harmony. Sing went the strings of my heart. Your eyes made skies seem blue again. What else could I do again but keep repeating through and through? I love you, love you. I still recall the thrill. I guess I always will. I hope you'll never depart. I knew I loved you heaps, and you were mine for keeps. Sing, oh, 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 went the strings of my heart.
Hi there, happy Valentine's Day. My name is Marissa and this is Dipper. He is my 4-year-old hairless Sphinx and he's usually really needy, wants to sit on my lap, but right now he is ready for bed. So today I'm going to be singing Cupid. It was originally released in 1961 by Sam Cooke, and the reason I chose this song is because it was very fitting for Valentine's Day, as well as it was such a fun song to sing. So I hope you enjoy it and thank you so much for watching.
Cupid, draw back your bow and let your arrow go straight to my lover's heart. For me, for me. Cupid, please hear my cry and let your arrow fly straight to my lover's heart. For me. I don't mean to bother you, but I'm in distress. There's danger of me losing all of my happiness, for I love a man who doesn't know I exist, and this you can fix. So Cupid, draw back your bow and let your arrow go straight to my lover's heart. For me, nobody but me. Cupid, please hear my cry and let your arrow fly straight to my lover's heart. For me. Cupid, if your arrow make a love strong for me, I swear I'm gonna love him till eternity. I know between the two of us his heart we can steal. Help me if you will. So Cupid, draw back your bow and let your arrow go straight to my lover's heart. For me, nobody but me. Cupid, please hear my cry and let your arrow fly straight to my lover's heart. For me. Now Cupid, don't you hear me calling you? I need ya. Cupid, help me, I need ya. Don't fail me.
My name's Jenny, and this is Tally. Tally's a Kazant puppy. She's about 6 months old, and we got her from an Amish family in Pennsylvania. She's been with us since she was about 10 weeks old. We brought her back when we went on a trip to Washington, D.C., and she's just been a lot of fun. She follows me everywhere, and she's really cuddly and just a very sweet and loving animal. Huh? Can you say hi, Tal? So the Kazant puppy or the Kazant dog, I don't know if you can see it from there. They have what they call spectacles around the eye with the little line going back. And that's just a very typical marking for this breed. They're a Dutch breed, and they're just known to be very affectionate dogs. They're not great watchdogs because they just kind of let anybody in. They'll bark at first, but then they'll just come right up and be very happy to see you, and it doesn't matter who you are. She's very affectionate with almost everybody. They don't like other dogs as much, but she's been doing really well we have another dog, an older dog, and she does well. But anyway, she's been a lot of fun. So I am going to sing a song for you today. It's called I'll Be Seeing You. All right, see you later, Tally. As I say, I'll be seeing you. And it's a song that was first published in 1938 and it was written, the music was written by Sammy Fain, and the lyrics were by Irving Cahal. And it was at first in a Broadway musical called Right This Way, which closed after just 15 performances. But then the title of a film that came out in 1944 was taken from this song. It was called I'll Be Seeing You. And the film was included in the soundtrack for that movie. Or the song, sorry, it was included in the soundtrack for that movie. And one of the things that I found really interesting was Billie Holiday's version that she recorded in 1944. It's probably the most famous recording of this song. That was the final transmission that was sent by NASA to the Opportunity rover on Mars when its mission ended in February of 2019. So that makes it, I think, a pretty interesting song for a lot of people. It's one that I chose because at Valentine's Day, you think of the people who are important to you in your life. And this was one of the favorite songs of my grandparents. And my grandmother actually asked for it to be sung at my grandfather's funeral because it was such a meaningful song to them. And so I'm going to sing it for you. And I hope that as I do, that you think of the people who are close to you, who are close to you in your heart, but maybe not physically close to you. And that you'll see them everywhere you go. You can think of those people and the wonderful times that you've had with them in the past.
Cathedral bells were tolling, and our hearts sang on. Was it the spell of Paris, or the April dawn? Who knows if we shall meet again? But when the morning chimes ring sweet again, I'll be seeing you in all the old familiar places that this heart of mine embraces all day through. That small cafe, the park across the way, the children's carousel, the chestnut tree, the wishing well. I'll be seeing you in every lovely summer's day, in everything that's light and gay. I'll always think of you that way. I'll find you in the morning sun, and when the night is new, I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be seeing you. I'll be seeing you in all familiar places that this heart of mine embraces all day through. In that small cafe, the park across the way, the children's carousel, the chestnut tree, the wishing well. I'll be seeing you in every lovely summer's day, in everything that's light and gay. I'll always think of you that way. I'll find you in the morning sun, and when the night is new, I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be seeing you.